Hi, I'm John Lee. I'm a playwright and also a director. Geraldine asked me to share with you some of the points and the possibilities of being a director. Well, a director is just like a master chef. He's in charge of many cooks, and the best dish that's served will be where everyone cooperates in a spirit of endeavor, joy, creativity, whatever, you know. Or you can think of yourself as a captain of a ship, and you say, wow, there's so many departments: food, entertainment, actors, and publicity, all these things. Right. So where do I start? I would just say that to be a director is to venture into new ground, into areas of untrammeled experiment, you know. So be not afraid to make mistakes. I've made many mistakes in my time, you know. I can tell you some are costly mistakes, some are painful, and some are really reforms me, you know. So I always apologize where I make mistakes and hurt anybody who is within my assembly or corporation, okay. Now, to be a director, as I said, you're like a captain of a ship. You've got to list down all the departments. Now, for this first tape, I'm just shooting off from my mind. I'll try and think of all the things that are involved, and I'm sure a few things will be missing, but you can always phone me up, address me, and ask me, hey, you've left out quite a number of things. I said, fine, and then on my second tape, I'll try and restore whatever is missing, all right? Okay, you start with a script. Now, for example, I'm also a playwright. I've written a script called Call of Guadalupe. Now, first of all, you've got to like the play, or else you don't want to direct it. You've got to believe in what it is saying. So, Call of Guadalupe is a very positive play, emphasizing on the beauty of life, and that we're not to waste it through any form of suicide or killing it. No. We want to live life to the fullest, you know. As St. Augustine says, happiness is living life to the fullest. So you start with the script, you like it, so read it as a director. Read it, and while you're reading it, remember that although the playwright has certain ways of deciding how the play should be written, exposed, or directed, it's you now. It's your turn to be as creative as he is. So you can look through the script and say, I find this part a bit long-winded. Perhaps I'll shorten it, but I'll ask the playwright's permission first. Or this part could be so excitingly developed, visually and rhetorically, that do it that way. And a good playwright would just say, well, do it your way. Surprise me. Recreate my play. You know? Of course, there are certain limits, and you both should be happy working together. So be very friendly with the playwright. Okay. Now, first of all, you've got to get the people around you, the secondary chefs, the senior chefs. You are master chef, but you need some senior chef who will deal with the junior chefs. So you need an assistant director who will help you with administration work, and of course he should know something about drama, a love for drama. And so you need an assistant director, but you need a producer. A producer will take care of all the business side. Let's get that less interesting side away, like publicity, management, treasury, funds, budgetary, and so on. And so you carry on. I know there's some noise downstairs, but I'll carry on. Try and hear my voice above all the din downstairs. Okay. So I'm very informal. So have a producer who will take care of the business side. But then now you need a music director, because you're working on a musical. One who knows music and who will conduct and who will rehearse them in the music side. A US director concentrate more on the overall manipulation, the overall production of the play. And so the drama side is more in your region, where you have workshops in drama, and you have frequent rehearsals. So, but let the music be conducted by the musical director, and you need also a choreographer who is will recreate dances, movements. It's not just dancing, it's also how you move and how the stage is set, and so that people will move within a very interesting scenario or a stage scene. And then you need people who are good in costuming, who will make costumes according to the spirit and the mood of the play, and one who is prepared to research and to come up with ideas. And you will have to work with that costume designer and say, that's it, that's what I want. But go for color, go make it joyful. But it depends on the mood of the play. If it is a very lugubrious play, sad and so on, then you may go for the grays and the blacks and the browns and so on, you know. And then you need a prop maker or a stage designer and that's very important, because a play is a very visual thing. So if perhaps if you're doing something very powerful, mountains and so on, a very gothic scene, then you need to have other backdrops. Well, a stage designer can be very inventive. That's why as a director you are always with your senior assistants with ideas, and you say, that's interesting, but that's a bit old-fashioned, isn't it? We are now in a more contemporary world. Why don't we try this or we try that? So you could have scene making in various ways, in very creative ways, and in very experimental ways too. So there you are. So as a director, you have very, very interesting things. And of course the makeup person, and you help the makeup person to research according to the costumes of the time. For example, in Call of Guadalupe, you're covering two periods, today's environment, and also the days of the Aztecs, the 16th century, around 1530. What are the Aztecs like, the natives there? And what are the conquistadors, the Spanish conquerors of South America? How are they dressed, and so on? And so you'll have to think in terms of, according to your budget, how flamboyant, how ostentatious you can be in your costume making, or how economical. So there are lots of exciting and challenging problems, and that's, well, the job of a director. And in the acting, I'm interested in acting because I've been an actor before. I would say, let everyone express himself or herself in their own way first. And you look at them and you say, that's a good idea. No, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? So you are a guide. You are a stirrer, an instigator to new ways, to exciting ways of acting. All right? And talking of actors, you need to audition well at the beginning, and audition not only favorites, but people who can really do it. And also, as a director, relationship with actors are very important. You are there as a friend, as a fellow creator, a creator of music and movement and so on. And you are expected to be very friendly, and yet maintaining your position as director, your dignity, and at times even your exclusiveness, because at times you need to think and say, excuse me, okay, I hear your ideas, but I have got, as director, I'm like a captain of the boat. I could decide which way the boat moves. I cannot listen to every Dick, Tom, and Harry, or else the boat moves in so many ways that it splits, you know. Well, that's being a director. And I would say, congratulations if you are going to be a director. I will talk to you more in a second tape, and from the point of drama and so on. So thank you very much, and God bless you.